Now, the abducted pupils of Islamia School in Niger State have been reunited with their families after about 3 months in captivity on the same day that 18 students abducted from a college in Zamfara regained their freedom. Well, joining us now to look at the rising cases of school abductions and other security challenges is a security and intelligence expert, Dr. Yahuza Getso. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
It's almost like we've lost count of the schools that have been attacked, invaded by this terrorists, bandits, whatever you want to call them, or kidnappers. What do you make of this? Why do you think the schools have become a target of the terrorists?
Yeah, I think there are 2 or 3 things that we need to look at, the primary, the secondary perspective. The primary reason is because these kidnappers have been terrorizing communities. This is started from the remotest rural community. It comes to the rural communities, to villages, to towns, and to some extent, to some part of the major urban and cities. So they need the attention of the government, but government did not in any way bring its attention in respect to probably discussing anything or things like that. Even though some of the governors proclaimed that they have been dialoguing with the bandits, which I keep disputing. Because if you want to conduct a dialogue, you need 4 items. Okay. 1, you need the community who were hurt, you need the bandits, and you need the security formation who are supposed to stand as administrators, and at the same time, you also need the government who is supposed to stand as a surety. So there must be an agreement. There must be a written document, which I keep disputing. I'm asking the governors of those states who proclaimed that they have had dialogue with these criminals to publish the evidence, either verbal evidence, either audiovisual evidence, or either written evidence, which there is none. So the bandits felt they are conniving with internal forces, because there are internal forces within all the states where these children were kidnapped. As I have been saying, I'm disputing the statement credited to the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, that most of these bandits and criminals are not Nigerians. This is not true. They are Nigerians. I have my evidences. I conduct field-based practical evidence of all locations in all the areas where we have all this conflict in both northeast, north central, northwest, and even some part of southwest and south-south. I have been to almost all the local governments, the front local government, the front states. I go practically and I see what is happening. So if there is a connivance, 99.9% of those who are committing these offenses, most especially in north central and northwest, 7 northwestern states, 99.9% are indigenous.
Okay.
And they are terrorizing the communities known to them, and the communities know them, and some of the members of those communities are helping them. So it is not all Fulanis, all herders that are criminals. There is connivance with other community members, in some instances even community leaders, in some instances some of the philanthropists within. So the targeting the schools is to call the attention. There is inputs from other political opponents, as revealed in some cases of that of Kankara and some other places, which was clearly come out in the statement made afterwards.
Okay, Dr. Yahuza, just hold your breath there, because there's so much that we're going to interrogate about the revelations you're bringing now. We are just receiving some breaking news now. 32 of the remaining 63 abducted students of Bethel Baptist High School, Damishi in Kaduna State, have been released from captivity. The chairman of the Christian Association of Nigeria Kaduna State chapter, Reverend Joseph Hayab, confirmed this to Arise News. He said the students were released this evening and have been reunited with their parents. An undisclosed sum of money was said to have been paid before their release. The remaining students still in captivity are now 31. That's the breaking news.
Yes.
Let me just quickly ask you, you've talked about insider connivance in this kidnapping business. And the locations, if you've moved around, you know, the critical areas where these kidnappings, you know, are usually carried out, into the forests, that's where they keep them. Are the forests impregnable, or what form of security are we going to use, you know, to secure our forests? Forest rangers, the copter option, technology?
Well, as an expert on